Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're actually going to do something that I've been waiting to do for quite a while here. There's not a lot of videos about it, so I wanted to try to make things a little bit more clear, dispel some rumors, but today we're going to be going from my existing triple 27-inch setup to triple 32s. One is a 1080p version, the other is a 1440 version. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, how much stress is that going to put on the computer? It's going to add stress. We know that for a fact. The one thing that we are looking at, though, is what are we gaining visually? As I said, there's not a lot of videos that really explain what you're going to get out of this from a view standpoint, how much different sizing is. So we'll have some measurement stuff, some actual physical dimension stuff, as well as we're going to have some actual view stuff from the 27-inch to the 32. We're going to use the same car. We're going to use the same track. We're going to use the same FOV. And so that way you can kind of get an informed decision. Now, I've been running these 27s for going on about 2 years now. I've been pretty happy with them, but I've noticed at times where they lack a little bit off of the edges here, where I want a little bit more wrap around to the side. So we're going to see how much difference that makes. And like I said, we'll see how much added stress that 322 or 332s at 1440 really adds to the computer as well. Okay, so at this point we're in car, and I wanted to give you a view of what it looks like from my eyeball. Mind you, this is zoomed out quite a bit so that way you can see everything. But we've got our stuff lined up really nicely. These are, again, the 27s, but you can see what I was talking about right here. We're only getting about half of that windshield or side window. And if we come over to this side, we get most of the window net here. Your B pillar is going to be somewhere in here. But most of my issue is off of this side. And I will go ahead and I will show you the FOV settings in the black box so you can see what I'm running currently. So nothing super wild, super weird. Obviously if we take, let's go back to about 160. Now we can go back to 160, but something that you notice, things start to kind of look stretched and our angles are off. So we know 150 is right about our sweet spot. So I'm kind of hoping that we can stay at 150, get a little bit more of this side window here, and things not start to look distorted. Now the left side is fine. You get a little bit of distortion right in here, and it kind of stretches the net out. So we'll be aiming to see what that looks like here once we get everything swapped. Okay, so we have the screens officially swapped. Took a couple of days and a whole lot of other things, plus a holiday in there. But we're going to go ahead and get Race Labs out of the way so you guys don't have to deal with that. But, we've got a very nice view. Give you a full panorama here. We are running 160 on the FOV currently, and that's with the 32s. We can actually, and I'll go ahead and so you can see what 150 looks like. This is 150, so we're still about the same sweep this way, which is on par. We still have quite a bit of view. There's definitely a lot more up and down view. I have run this a little bit, and I have found that 160 seems to be like the hot spot for these monitors. You can see we've got a little bit of distortion. Some of that might be just my angles on this. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the way that it looks right now. I do have some monitor size stuff that I will pop up here on screen. So you can see, you know, actual physical dimensions. But overall, pretty happy. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to OBS because there's some settings that I'm going to show you with these monitors that will help a lot. Something that I ran into that you should be aware of. But yeah, physical dimensions wise, these are definitely bigger. Yeah, they're 4 inches this way, and I think it's 2 inches this way. So you definitely get more field of view. Okay, so we're sitting here now finally in the rig. You can see what I can see out the front windshield. Like I said, this is a whole lot bigger. There's a lot more room. That cutoff over on this left side right here is in a completely different place. We didn't have any of the area here, as you can see where my mouse is. We couldn't really see that before. The area would cut off here, and it would actually be over on the third monitor. We've got a lot of view out of this, which is nice. We've got a lot of view on the right hand side, which is even better. Like I said, I still got some tweaking to do because my lines for the support bars aren't exactly correct yet, and I think part of that is just some angle stuff. We got to keep tweaking, but we're pretty close on that. But the one thing that I wanted to show you guys, and let me get it up on screen here. So you have your display settings screen. I'm sure we're all familiar with this. But the one thing that I want to show you is right down here where you have advanced display. You're going to want to click on that, and you're going to want to go ahead and make sure that, number one, what does active signal mode look like? But make sure that this is set correctly. Because if it's not, you will have stuttering all day long. It'll be terrible. You'll hate it. And you'll swear to God that something's broken with your screens. So make sure that you get this set, and you can just go down through all 3 monitors. I have 4, but the ASUS is only a 60 hertz, so we don't worry about that. But these 3, you're going to want to make sure that you set correctly, because if you don't, it's going to be a bad day. So, like I said, this is inside the car view, and I can give you a little bit of a different feel too. This is what's out the right side window, so you can see that, and then this is all out the left side. Lots of viewing room, that's for sure. We definitely like that. Like I said, that's what I was hoping for here. We did take a little bit of a hit on the frame rates. Now that I'm recording on here, we took a little bit more of a hit. Still not horrible. And you're always going to be lower when you're sitting on pit road anyways. But again, you can adjust a lot of this with, different things in your graphical options, things of that nature. So make sure to take a look at that. I could turn off in-car mirrors. That would probably help me a little bit as well. But overall, pretty happy with the purchase. I do think that 32's give you a little bit more realization, I guess, is where I'm at with that. Obviously we're always searching what's going to make it feel like the most realistic thing. And I think this is probably it. Anything bigger, I think you're going to start getting into you're going to see too much of stuff below you, which I guess if that's your thing, cool. To me, I want to be able to see more out and around. I don't necessarily care about it looking like I'm in a car all the time. If I wanted to do that, cool. We could do, 9 screens or 8 screens and go crazy with it. We're not looking for that. We're looking for the most realistic view that we can get, right? Now, because of this, it's definitely given me the idea to do some machine upgrades, things of that nature, to really, take this thing, kick it into high gear, get our frame rates way back up, which would be really nice.
but that's a little bit down the road. I might even do some videos with doing the upgrades and kind of walking you guys through some of it. So if that's something you guys want to see, put it in the comments below. But like I said, overall, pretty happy. Got some minor tweaking left to do. But if anybody has any questions, hit the comments. Find me on Discord. I'll be happy to answer them. But until then, we'll see you guys at the races.